Hello everyone, this is Virgo February. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly Tarotscopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Virgo. Hello Virgo. Thanks for joining me for your February 2015 free tarot reading with Animal Totem card for the month of 2015 February. Alright, let's get to shuffling for Virgo. Magician. I got a few that want to come out here. I want to get that one that's hanging. We got a hanger. I got to grab that hanger out of there. Okay. A few more. Okay. And the last row. And we can begin the reading. Okay. Well, Magician is the very first card out, and that's all about let's take action. This is taking matters into our own hands. This is forging ahead, taking the realm, taking the reins. We have all the tools that we need at our disposal in order to make anything we want to accomplish in our life. It all comes down to you, Magician. And you can make magic. Sometimes it'll tell us that you can make magic during this time. There could be magical things that are happening. We've got Hierophant and Four of Rods. There's a lot of stuff here about, some of you are probably moving. I think some of you might be moving, or at least maybe doing some traveling, taking some trips. But usually when these two cards show up together, this is a journey, and this is changes in your home environment. Changes in your home environment are here, period. And this is always going to be a change for the better. This is always going to be an improvement. This is always going to be some sort of it's your everyday routine in some cases. So some of you may be changing jobs, starting on a new job. This could be your office. You're relocating to a new office. The new environment is always better. That's one thing I can tell you about this card. So it's always going to be, and it's about the feeling and the vibe of it. It's not better like it's more expensive or more, like that, or more lavish as far as the building itself or the home itself. It could be or it could not be. That's not always. It's about the environment within the home and the good feelings, and it's a good vibe. And it's your daily routine. So again, it could be like your home away from home, your office if you work outside the home. Hierophant is here. So this is usually a big group or organization. This could be government, law, legal. It can just be, this could be some real estate transactions going on here for a lot of you. And maybe you're going to be signing a lease, or, here Hermit's here too. So Hermit is usually a wise elder. So if some of you are moving, it might just be, well, I need to consult a lawyer or somebody to write up the deed title, or something like that. Somebody who is this person that's going to do that. It's for some of you too, when you have the Hermit next to the Four of Rods, maybe you're just feeling kind of that way. Like, I feel like I don't want to, I'm just being a hermit. I just want to stay in my house and just be alone and chill out. I need my space. And that could be the case too for some of you. It's cool but it's telling you, that to go forward with the Magician and everything. Page of Cups is here with this journey. And Page of Cups to me is creative expression, spirit communication. So a lot of you could be just holed up in the house, or maybe you're just feeling creative and you want to redecorate your house or paint or do stuff like that. I mean, it could be as simple as that, or it could be bigger. Page of Cups is spirits communicating with you. Your spirit communication can be very high at this time. And if you have an inkling that you want to take a trip, or you want to move, or you want to go somewhere, follow it. Magician, follow it and do it. This card just by itself is often like a big transition in one's life. Like you're moving away from something old into something new. And there's an element of unknown about it. with this moon and the stars in the sky. I wanted to, because the moon is showing up there, I want to run over real quick with you the moons, because this could be a key date for you when that moon stands out to me in that card. We're going to have a full moon right on the 3rd. And Leo in your 12th house, that could be, the Hermit's kind of 12th housey. And then a new moon, 29 Aquarius on the 18th. And then there's quarter moons, which that kind of really represents more like a quarter moon. The 25th is a quarter moon. There's a lot of aspects that day, so that could really be a key date for you. It's in Gemini squaring you. And I missed one. We're going to have another quarter moon on the 11th. We will also have. So these are some dates that may be key to you, that you maybe really get some insights or some ideas. Whatever this is you're leaving behind and moving forward, you're moving forward to 10 of rods in reverse, so a load being lifted off your back. So if it is a big life transition for some of you, no time like the present with Magician here. If you had an inkling or a thing from Spirit possibly, and you're looking for confirmation, maybe this reading is it for you. That it's time to move forward, it's time to go on. Maybe relocate, maybe take a journey or trip or travel. Knight of Rods shows up as a favorable person. Now I was looking at that moon, and we do that full moon in Leo on the 3rd, so that could be a key date for you guys, because it's talking about fire. So that we're not going to have a fire sun during the time of February, but we will have that Leo full moon. So that could be a key time again. Or this could be a fire sign person that's going to help you and aid in this, or you may be traveling to go see this fire sign person. Again, the fire signs are Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. The Knight of Rods, taking the astrology out of the equation, the Knight of Rods is a very person who is very exciting, who is a doer, a go-getter. They're fun and exciting, and they're inspiring, and they have a lot of energy, and they're definitely in line with this Magician, of this energy of let's go forward, let's go do things. I do see some frustration over money down here. Don't be so worried about it, it's saying. There's news coming in Aquarius, in air, that's going to help you a little bit. You might have to loosen the belts, the belt a little bit here. Don't be tight and worried about money. It feels like this is more of a time for play, and seeking out pleasure and what makes you happy is going to be stronger, or the better way to go, than necessarily, because worrying is praying for something you don't want to happen. That's a good saying, and that's also true. That's oh so true. So we don't want to pray for something we don't want to happen. We want to, and if you find yourself getting tense and getting in that mode down here, worrying about money or stressing over your job or something, then maybe you do need to just go take a little trip, or get by the water. Sometimes this one will even be. Go somewhere near the water, go to an aquarium, or sit by the lake or the water or whatever. And, because you're Earth sign, and water feeds Earth, and water cleanses Earth, so it'll help you clear your mind. Go have some fun. Go have some fun. Be daring. Be daring. That's another thing I would say about the Knight of Rods, is they're definitely like sort of daring, adventurous. Have a sense of adventure, and go, be into it like that. Okay, so fun and excitement awaits. It's just outside your door. Many of you moving, changing jobs, changing offices, changing homes, redecorating. The new situation is promised you is going to be a better. Okay. All right, let's get this card going for the animal totem for you guys now. This will probably be the last month that I'll use this Ted Andrews deck. We'll probably be moving on to at least the imagery from my cards by next month. Even if I don't have them printed, we'll still use my stuff. But let's see here. Oh, I got it. Oh, Dove. Okay. Your card for Virgo is Dove. And the card says, moving between cycles and worlds. Okay, well, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you much more about the Dove, and I want to show you guys some stuff about how the deck's coming along, so stay tuned for that. And I have a couple other announcements I'm going to make. So I'll be right back with your explanation of Dove and more fun and exciting things to come. So stay tuned. Okay, right back. The dove is a universal symbol for harmony and peace. The doves will hovel together during a storm, and we need our friends and family near us in hard times. Maybe it's time to offer the olive branch to someone that you've been estranged from at this time. Okay, before we go, I want to again just thank everybody for all your comments about how you've been getting confirmation on these animal totems. And I'm going to show you some of my where I'm at with the progress. And I think it's kind of cool. I showed it on the last astrology video about how we go from a sketch to then I take it into Illustrator, and then we go to, which is make nice clean lines and a vector drawing, and then I finish it off in Photoshop and with the final card and add a lot of texture and depth and color. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep showing you guys some. And while I'm showing you the rest of some of these cards that I'm doing, I wanted to ask again, I know I mentioned it in the astrology video, but I know I don't, like some of you don't watch the astrology and not the cards and vice versa. But I'm really looking for an app developer who has some knowledge of some of these mystical things. I really want to do a tarot app, and I'd love to do an app for this new animal totem cards. But even more so, I want to do an astrology app so much because there just isn't an astrology app out there that can do the things that I want to do. I've been mulling this around for a few years. I have detailed things of how I want it to look and operate and function. I just need somebody who knows code who can, you know, go ahead and maybe help me with that part of it. So go ahead, if you guys know anybody, please email me and let me know about that. Back to the animal totems. Like a lot of you, again, I know you don't watch the astrology, but I've been having so much confirmation, a lot of it coming from you. So definitely keep commenting and tell me about that. But the other thing on that astrology video, the last one I did for the Aquarius new moon, about 3 minutes and 40-some seconds in, this hawk just crashed into the window while I was doing the reading. You don't see it crash into the window, but you hear it. It's clunk, and I'm like flipping out, and I turned the camera onto the window, and you could see it in the bushes and the trees there, but it flew off. And I want to note that this is not a, yeah, confirmation about the animal deck, yes, but there's more to this. This window also is not like a big picture window outside of a deck. It's set back in a nook. There's a huge forsythia bush in the way. I mean, he was coming to me. It was pretty obvious. And if that window wouldn't have been there, it probably would have landed right on my shoulder, where I was sitting. And it was a splat. I just see the splat of I hear clunk, and I hear the splat of this thing. You can watch it. It's at like 3 minutes and 40 something. I don't know if I'll be able to put the thing on there, but I know what it was telling me. Because the hawks are the messenger. It's like, speak, you know, soar to new heights, be yourself, speak your truth. Because for a long time, I wrote a book. I wrote another book, and I want to thank everybody, too, who does do my astrology, tarot in the modern world book, you know, and likes it and everything. But I wrote a book of fiction. And the original idea actually came to me in the 90s. And I was mulling it around in my head. I finally started really writing it in 2011. And I published it in 2012, just for copyright purposes mainly. But I haven't come out about it, really. And I've been putting it off, and then I said, well, when the Uranus conjuncts the South Node, I'll definitely come out about it. And that's when that video was, the astrology video. And as I started the video, I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to talk about this book. And then crash, this hawk came out. So it's like, you better. It's like that hawk was telling me, you better talk about it. So I am going to talk about it some more. I mentioned it in the other video, but as I said, I know a lot of you don't watch both. So here it is. It's a work of fiction, and it's called Starseed, A Pleiadian Tale of Love, by V.M. Lariv, which is a pen name. Lariv is an anagram of Verly, so that's how I came up with that. I drew the cover art. It's Othvar. You know, it's meant to be, it's a work of fiction, but it's also meant to be a teaching book, you know, and it's stuff about, you're going to learn, it's about the story of Rory Lang and her awakening, basically. And there's a lot of things in it, like on the line of the Celestine Prophecy, how it's a fiction story, but there's spiritual insights as well. So that's kind of the approach I was trying to take, although other than that, the story's nothing like like that. It's a Pleiadian tale of love. It's meant to be like a paranormal romance. Like, as I said, I published it mainly just to copyright it because I was sending it out to some people. I mean, it's a good read. It's a short story. It's got some humor. I try to have some humor in it. Rory's a bartender. You know, it's loosely based on some of my experiences, but it's still, you know, I would say 90% fiction. Okay. And then there's different people in there. Some of, like Helga is a composite character of all the great bar broads that I've known in my life. These older women who are just, you know, so the crazy things they've said and done and their strength. And I've just, you know, they definitely came up in the time when it was a man's world. And but they made their own way. And I mean, it's meant to be humorous. But it needs a little going over. I imagine it would need an editor, work with an editor, or possibly my arm's getting tired, or a screenwriter, really, maybe even to help me like convert it into a script might be a nice way to go. But the universe is telling me to put out there. The hot crashing in the window was like, don't you dare chicken out. You put that out there. So I'm doing it. I'm putting it out here. Because really, I'm so into working on this animal deck right now. That's what I'm so focused on. But I got to walk the talk. I'm listening to Spirit, and it's telling me to put it out. It's not for everybody. It might be too far out there for a lot of people, but it might not be for others. And like a lot of the stuff, I had confirmation. Like watching videos of like Dolores Cannon. I didn't know about Dolores Cannon during the time that I was writing this, and when I watched a lot of her stuff and her information, definitely confirmed a lot of what I was getting, and tried to incorporate in this book. So that was nice confirmation. I'm so sorry to hear of her passing too, because I really thought she was such a cool lady. I wanted to meet her. I wanted to go to her thing in Arkansas, but too late now. But anyways, her work lives on. Okay, so this is it. This is Starseed. And again, thank you for everybody who's been buying and Tarot in the Modern World. And again, if you're watching this video to learn tarot, this is the book. This kind of tells it all. Thanks for commenting and leaving stuff on YouTube and on Amazon, commenting and rating the book. I'm so grateful. Grateful for everybody who has, commenting and donating and ordering readings and sharing and liking my videos. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.